داري يا نور هدايا أسري فيك.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the story of Yaqub alayhi salam, we find perhaps one of the greatest stories of patience and of faith, unwavering faith in the face of adversity and of great compassion. When Yusuf alayhi salam's brothers had left him in the well and returned to their father and said that he had been devoured by a wolf, Yaqub alayhi salam knew deep down that they weren't telling the truth, but they all swore an oath that they were. And he began to cry and he began to weep, and he said to them that they had told him a tale, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ, and for him patience was most fitting, and that it was only Allah's help that could be sought. He didn't punish them, he didn't castigate them any further. His recourse was to prayer and to patience. And over the years he cried and he cried, grieving for Yusuf alayhi salam, so much so that he went blind. But even then his faith never wavered. And his faith was tested again when many years later the brothers returned to Egypt and met Yusuf alayhi salam. And Yusuf alayhi salam kept Binyamin back under the pretense of capturing him. And the brothers had to once again return to their father and once again say to their father that they had lost one of his sons. And Yaqub alayhi salam again turned to Allah. He said, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. He again thought that patience was most fitting for him in those circumstances. And he prayed to Allah and he asked Allah that perhaps one day his sons might be returned to him. And his prayers were answered. And his patience was rewarded when Yusuf alayhi salam returned with Binyamin to Yaqub alayhi salam, and Yaqub alayhi salam's vision was restored. But at that point, the sons who had left Yusuf alayhi salam hung their head and turned to their father and begged for forgiveness and asked Yaqub alayhi salam to pray to Allah that Allah would forgive them. And Yaqub alayhi salam forgave them through an act of great compassion. Despite what they did and despite what they put him through for all those years, he forgave them and he prayed to Allah that Allah would forgive them. In life, we all face trials and tribulations. We must always remember in the face of those difficult times that it is patience that is warranted, it is prayer that is needed. And we also learn, particularly so in this month of Ramadan, that even if we have been wronged by others, friends, family members, we ought to act compassionately, we ought to forgive them for Allah's sake. May Allah give us all the courage to do so. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
إني أحب الهاشمي محمدا حبا تهيم به القلوب وتخفق